Welcome to the Technical Critique. I am your technical critic, and today we are going through Season 2, Episode 2 of The Legend of Korra. Finally! This is the show. This is what I wanted Korra Season 1 to be. We're finally getting into story, we're delving into plot, we're dealing with a lot of different subjects. I still think it's a little bit rushed, that we're moving through plot a little too fast. Like, here's the thing. If we had, okay, they make it up to the spirit portal. And then, okay, Korra, you need to go in and you need to find your way through this ice to the spirit portal. Cut off there. Next episode, it's Korra going through the spirit portal, plus everything that's going on around that side. Things like with Tenzin, and you can develop Tenzin's story a little bit more. You can develop the uncle and Mako and Bolin and Bolin and his girlfriends. And you can develop them on the outside. And contrast that with Korra, who's on the inside, who's trying to get through this forest of ice, and has to deal with the evil spirits on her way to the center, and then has to deal with the opening of the portal. And it turns into a journey and some kind of trial. And in that way, it's kind of like her proving herself worthy. And I think that would have worked very well. But that being said, I'm fine with her just going through the thing, and then opening the portal. I mean, that's a tiny little nitpick. We get a lot more of her father's story. And to be quite honest, here's the thing. I understand where Umalak is coming from, where he's like, okay, the spirits are important, they're attacking everybody, and this is your father's fault. But you know what? Outing your brother on a secret that he chose not to tell somebody is not the right thing to do. Because every man is entitled to his own secrets, because we, as people, have all done something shameful in our lives. I'm certain that many of you can relate to that. Some of you, maybe you haven't done it yet. I mean, I myself, there are secrets that I will never tell anybody. Not my family, not my friends, and those things that have happened will stay between me and the people that they've happened with. And it's almost like there's an understanding, a loyalty, and an honor that goes unspoken about people and their secrets. And to be quite frank, I don't think Korra has the right to get... Okay, I shouldn't say she doesn't have the right. She does have the right to be angry at her father for keeping this kind of secret from her, but at the same time, she has to understand that as a person, when something happens, something major like that happens, you have to make a decision how to deal with it, and it's your decision. Other people don't get to comment. At least they don't get to overtly comment. They can have their own private reservations and considerations for your decisions, but at the end of the day, those are your secrets, those are your responsibilities, and those are your things to deal with. But all in all, I thought it was a good episode. It's hooking me in quite well, especially with the endings, because I want to see what happens next. Like what we get to the very end, Umalak is moving his troops into the city, and Korra seems to be completely oblivious to what's going on. And you know what? Here's what I think is going to happen. I think that what they're going to try to do is they're going to try to do a contrast with religious and traditional thinking versus secularism in a modern society, which is a good topic to tackle, don't get me wrong, but for a kid's show, that seems like it has to be written very well. And at the same time, I don't see how they're going to be able to do it, because here's the thing with the Avatar world. In the Avatar world, they have spirits, which kind of act like they're gods or as their guardians, but they have they have the power to bend, and they have these powers through the spirits, and they have the spirits that they can interact with. I mean, it's not like in this world where we don't know whether or not God exists. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack from atheists or from internet atheists who are going to be like, "Oh, God totally does not exist." Listen, you have about as much proof as I do, so let's leave it at that. We can't prove God either exists or does not exist here in this particular world, but in the Avatar world, it's well established. They have gods. They interact with them. They get angry and they take it out on people in order to try to get them to straighten up and fly right. So really, it becomes kind of like a not. It becomes almost a non-issue because yes, these are things that you should be doing in order to ensure that the world remains balanced. And if you consider all things, people shouldn't be that oblivious, considering that they live in this world and everything that they're looking for is all around them. I mean, I guess the argument could be made from certain religious perspectives that all the evidence for the existence of supernatural beings within our world is all around us. I'm not going to argue for that. I'm not going to argue against it. I'm not going to argue any part of that. But if you're trying to make the same argument, it just fits much better in the Avatar world, and it's much more relatable in the Avatar world. And I don't see it translating very well as a discussion here in ours, because we have to deal with our stuff the way they have to deal with their stuff. It's not just a stroke of a pen and you either banish or create God. But I wish them all the best of luck in handling that. I think what we're going to see is religion versus faith. And that would be a very interesting topic to get into. But I can hope... Oh, before I forget, Mako is still the two-dimensional hot character. For some reason, we've decided to abandon completely developing him. And Bolin, oh God, can we just get rid of Bolin? He is ruining all of the tense moments. Like when Tarlok and Umalak are having it out over him destroying that spirit forest all those years ago. Do we really need Bolin to comment that he's afraid of ghost stories? Really? Can we just get rid of his character entirely? He's so pointless. He's just a dumb slapstick. Now the other two, the twins, I like them. They are badass when they need to be, but they are so funny in just their responses to everybody. I swear, you could have them have a conversation with anybody, and oh my God, it would be hysterical. I want to see more of them. So that's been my review. It's a good show. I want it to keep getting better. And I will see you for episode 3. Bye, guys.